Hi everybody, I'm Pastor Caleb and I'm here to talk to you today about ways to make your Thanksgiving not suck. It's been a rough past few days and I know that tensions are really high all over the country, and I want to give especially white people some tools and some skills so that we can talk to each other at the Thanksgiving table about how things that are going on in the country affect us and ways to communicate responsibly and effectively with our families and friends that we care about. Arguing with them hasn't worked, ignoring them hasn't worked, posting on Facebook long rants or posting links to articles that we think are great hasn't worked. And so I'm going to teach you some skills that will work and will change the world together. So say you're at Thanksgiving dinner and your cousin starts saying, "Trump is so great, white people are so great, America's gonna be great again, blah blah blah." Wait, what? Don't tell me you voted for that rotten crooked Hillary. Hey, don't call her crooked, you sexist, fascist, racist, homophobe. Well, I hate crooked people taking our jobs. At this point, things have gotten pretty heated, and you know what happens next. The people go into their respective corners and they don't talk to each other, and things just get worse and worse. So I'm going to give you some tips about what to do in any difficult conversation that you might be experiencing this holiday season. And the best part about it, you already know it. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop. When you feel it getting pretty hot, stop. Stop the conversation. Pause. Drop. Drop the tension. Do what you need to do to regain some composure. Take a deep breath. Go for a walk somewhere. Anytime that you can decrease the tension and the heat in a situation, you have a much better chance of communicating effectively. So stop, then drop, and then roll through the conversation. Ask a lot of questions. Be genuinely curious about what it is that's underneath these opinions that they've been telling you. Try to figure it out. Trust me, they're gonna talk, and just get them to talk all they want. Tell me more. And listening to them builds trust. They're going to feel like they have gotten to share everything that they want. And then, and only then, will they be receptive to hearing your side of the story. Once they've gotten to say everything and anything that they want to, calmly say, "Can I tell you how I see things a little differently?" It's not confrontational, and they might say no, and that's fine. They might say yes, and then use your knowledge that you've gained from their epic overshare and just pick out one thing that they said that kind of struck you as insensitive or wrong. And maybe tell a story from your own experience. I never thought of it that way. One of my good friends growing up had spina bifida and was in a wheelchair her whole life. And I remember when we got to middle school, we went into the cafeteria and she couldn't go to where our friends were sitting because there were stairs in the middle. And that's when I started to learn that some people have special access by nothing that they did of their own, but that other people, by nothing that they did of their own, had extra obstacles. I'll have to think about that. At that point, be willing to end the conversation and move on. No one's fighting, you both got to say something, and maybe you heard a bunch of nonsense that you heard before, but maybe they got to hear a calm perspective that they might be sympathetic to. Relationships are going to save this country from itself if we can put out these interpersonal fires as they happen. So let's stop, drop, and roll. Through all these awkward conversations, we'll connect with each other. White people, we have work to do. We need to learn to talk with people who disagree with us. We need to learn why they disagree. We need to understand what it is that's driving them. White people, we love to pretend that we're the victims or be in some sort of defensive posture, the underdogs, but that's sort of a narrative that we make up in our own minds. Most of the time, we're actually the oppressors, and we're hurting other people. So as we think about what we're going to do in the next few months and years, maybe we're going to march or protest or donate to organizations or continue to argue and post things. Let's also remember to talk to each other, because it's time.